In this lecture, we are going to solve systems by elimination. To do elimination, we need to get rid of the x or the y value. So, taking a look at question A. I notice right away that 5 goes into 15 3 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the entire second equation by 3. Now look what happens. This top equation stays the same. The bottom equation is actually going to multiply by the 3. So 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times a positive 5 is a positive 15. And then 3 times negative 13 is negative 39. Now when it comes to elimination, you want to get rid of a variable. We'll look right here at the y's. I have negative 15 and positive 15. Well, those cancel. So now negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7x. Negative 17 minus 39 is negative 56. Now I need to divide by negative 7, and x equals 8. Now I know that x equals 8, and the last thing I have to do is figure out what y equals. So I'm going to take that x, I'm going to plug it into the first equation. So I'm going to have negative 4 times 8 minus 15y equals negative 17. Now if you notice here, the only variable I have left is the y. So now I need to solve for y. Negative 4 times 8 is negative 32. I'm going to bring down everything else. To get the y by itself, I need to start out by adding 32. So I have negative 15y equals a positive 15. I'm going to divide by negative 15 on both sides, and I get y equals negative 1. So the final answer for this whole problem, my x value is 8, and my y value is negative 1. Now, taking a look at the second question. Looking at the x's, I have 2 and 5. That doesn't really cancel that easily. And then I have 8 and 20. That also doesn't cancel that easily. Well, I'm going to work with 5 and 2 because those are the smallest numbers. So 5 and 2, they both go into 10. So I need to ask myself, how do I make that 2 into a 10? I'm going to multiply by 5. So that first equation turns into 10x plus 40y equals 35. Equals 30. Now, the second equation, that's a negative 5. I want it to stay in negative so that the x's can cancel. So how do I go from 5 to 10? Well, I multiply by a 2. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. 2 times negative 20 is negative 40y. And 2 times negative 15 is negative 30. Now we have to eliminate. 10 minus 10, that's 0. That cancels out. Well, look what happens. I have 40 minus 40, and that also cancels out to be 0. And 30 minus 30 is also 0. So my answer is 0 equals 0. Well, what does that mean? That means because 0 does equal 0, I have infinite solutions. If you were to graph these two equations, they would be right on top of each other. It would be the same line.